Good evening, everyone. Let us consider this question. Remember, we started a new topic, which is extraction of metals. And the one example that we looked at, it was iron. Remember, we said iron is extracted from its ore, which is what? A hematite or magnetite. That's what we said. And we have the raw materials which are being added in this what? Blast furnace. We have the metal or the oil that we find where iron, and coke is added there. Even limestone, which is a calcium carbonate, is being what? Added there. So now let us look at this question from 2019 Science Paper 2, Section C. They are saying iron is extracted from its oil in a blast furnace. We have there waste gas, hot air, again something like, and molten iron. Now question A, here if you read this question, are saying coke and the materials X and Y are fed into the furnace, and these are the raw materials that usually do what? Add. So what are these? Question A, are saying name the materials X and Y. 2 marks. So the raw material that are being added there, we say this coke there. Another thing, we can say X, this raw material, it's a limestone. It's a limestone. Then another thing, which is Y, we can say Y is hematite. Hematite or magnetite. Just the same. Now this one, if you want, you can put in the chemical formula, but there coke, which is carbon, it is written in what? In words. But in the chemical formula, limestone, same as what? Calcium carbonate. Hematite, there we can say it's iron 2 in 3. This is the hematite. That's why I find what? Iron. Then this was question A. Then question B. Question B, they are saying what is the use of the waste gas? This waste gas. The waste gas there, we need to know that it's carbon dioxide. And the use of this, it is used to add the power or to add more temperature, or we say high temperature. That's the use of this what? Carbon dioxide. Then question, this was 1 mark. Then question C. Question C1, they're saying what's the reducing agent in this extraction? So a reducing agent there, we said that this is C1, it's carbon monoxide. It's a carbon monoxide. That's a what? A reducing agent. Then C2, they are saying describe how reducing agent is produced. So the reducing agent is produced when coke or carbon reacts with carbon dioxide, and the result that you have is carbon monoxide. And we need to balance this equation. Here I have 2 carbons. If I show you well, this was the reducing agent. This is what? Carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide. Then question 2, it was saying how is this reducing agent being formed or being produced? We say the reaction of carbon, which is coke, plus carbon dioxide produces what? Carbon monoxide. And this equation has to be what? Balanced. Carbon will have 2 here, this 1 and 1. Carbon dioxide will have 2. So what do we do? Just add it to here. Then the equation is balanced. Another question, they are saying, question D, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of each of the following? Hot air. This is D. D1. D1, they are saying, what's the purpose of hot air? So hot air, we can say, is used to melt the iron ore, or we can say, since we are saying the use of this hot air ore to provide temperature, of which the temperature they were talking about is almost 1500 degrees Celsius. It's the temperature. And the other question also saying what? Coke. Coke also can be used to form a reducing agent. Even adding heat, or we say adding heat, which same as what? Temperature. That's the use of what? Coke as well. Then another question is saying, show the balanced equation in which iron is extracted. Show the balanced equation in which iron is extracted. Yeah, so the question is saying, show the balanced equation in which iron is extracted. So one thing that we need to know are the reagent, or we say the reactants. Not the reagent, but the reactants that we need to know. How can this iron be extracted using what? A balanced equation. So one, we can say the hematite, the oil that provide this iron is added, which is this one. We have iron, this is equation E. This is iron 2, oxygen 3. As a what? A solid. This is a metal. Then it's added to what? A reducing agent, which is carbon monoxide, which is a gas. And the products that we have a pure iron there. Though it's not a pure, we say the iron which is produced there, or the molten iron, is not pure. It's not the one, it's not pure. Then I say, the other, since this reducing agent, it carried what? One oxygen there by being what? Carbon dioxide. This is a solid, this is a gas. So this is the what? The formula. Now we need to balance this. Have 2 iron, we need to add it to here. Iron is balanced. Oxygen you have how many? 3 plus 1. It's what? We are having 3 plus 1 is 4. Here we need to add it 2. This means that carbon oxygen there, it's what? 2 times 2, it's 4. Even there I have 4. Then carbon here, we need to have, here I have 2, here I have 1. There's need of adding this 2 here. This means oxygen is now what? 2 plus, this one is 5. It's 5. Now how do we balance this? Iron is balanced. Oxygen here I have 3 plus this plus 2 is 5. Here I have what? Oxygen as 6, 4. So we need to make it 6. We need to make it 6. How can we balance this? So how do we balance this now? So let's start it. Let's say I made a mistake on how to balance it. You can say iron 2 oxygen 3 as a solid plus carbon dioxide as a gas is equal to iron itself as a solid plus carbon dioxide as a gas. So you need to add it to